Tao đã 7 bắn.
Mông nè. Khó nè. Lựu đạn nè, né đi. Mù nè. Khó nè. Lựu đạn nè, né đi. Đã rõ. Flash bomb. Vỡ mồm.
Vào bên luôn. Mẹ không được. Nó biết rồi.
Đã rõ. Mù nè.
À, bên phải là bên phải nè.
Lựu đạn nè, né đi. Yeah.
Úi giời. Thơm chưa? Ôi thôi. Cao bi. Bên kia còn 4 người thôi. À, lại vào lại rồi. Cẩn thận nó lại móc. Bắn như vậy mà không giết được nó. Để tí để nó clear. Sợ thế. Hello anh em đang xem live nhá. Cho xin nút like cái nhà anh em nhỉ. Nhắm mù kiểu gì vậy ông ơi. Từ từ ném quả bom cuối B đã, không đi cuối B nữa. Ô, cửa sàn này. Hay. Được rồi nè. Sàn. Hay. Mới trận đầu ngày chắc là phải bú ranh rồi.
Khói nè. Lựu đạn nè, né đi.
Té luôn. Tôi mồm rồi. Snip không ra sàn mà bắn. Trời ơi.
Đã rõ. Đã đặt bom ở khu B. Thắng rồi, bắt lên kia nào. Mù nè. Khó nè.
Trận này win sớm, game này nhẹ.
Lựu đạn, né đi. Lựu đạn, né đi.
Vừa nghe thấy tiếng mít nhỏ đâu rồi? Hỏng rồi. Mít nhỏ 2. Được cái na kìa.
Lựu đạn, né
Ôi
đi.
trời ơi.
Khói nè.
Đánh B rồi.
Quá bình thường. Bom ở đây nè. Rõ mồm. Khói nè. Khói nè. Lựu đạn, né đi.
Hello from Philippines, hello bro. Thanks for watching. Đánh A rồi.
Lựu đạn, né đi. Khói nè.
Đánh A rồi.
Tuyệt vời. Bom đặt rồi nhé. Bom A nè.
Chiều 17 kìa.
Lựu đạn, né đi. Khói nè. Quá
Canh kiểu gì đấy? Trời ơi, thu ngược bây giờ. Vãi lều.
Lựu đạn, né đi. Khói nè. Lựu đạn, né đi. Quá đỉnh. Mua nè.
Bây vào. Cuối với còn. Chốt, chốt win. Chốt đơn. Chốt đơn là win. Chưa không bắn dùng hả anh á? Tối em ạ. Anh em mới vào xem live xin đu like nha anh em. Hello mọi người. Anh đang tập trung cày danh mùa này nên là nó chứa là bắn C4. Sở lung đi Huy á. 687 ngon hơn chứ. 687 ngon hơn. Mẹ sợ thế nhờ, vừa like vừa sợ bản quyền. Tí lại sập like. Có rái ra nước, à nhầm ra ngách. Quên.
Khói nè.
Ui rồi ôi, không vào, nó không vào nữa. Đấy, A1. A, vua Nga, vua Nga. Thôi toàn à. Toàn rồi, toàn hẳn rồi. Ông này còn 15 máu này. Nhánh. Khẩn trương. Ơi, tin nó bắn được đấy. Tôm nó bắn được đấy.
Khói nè.
A1. Nó hay ép tun đầu. Tôi ra tôi bắt luôn. Sợ đếch gì. A1, A1. Slung. Vừa. Cuối B kìa. A. Rồi. Game lại dễ rồi. Nghĩ nó còn ép tương đầu không? Cho nó chết luôn.
Lựu đạn nè, né đi.
Láo lờ, quen thân, quen thân.
Khói Mu nè.
Bỏ. Hay. Đi ra bên nào.
Đồng ý.
Thằng này snip.
Quá bình thường. Khói nè. Lựu đạn nè, né đi. Mu nè.
Lên đây. Lên đây đi.
Vỡ mồm. Quá bình thường.
Còn thằng nữa sao á? Ui. Đù. Ngách một. Nó móc rồi. Thế thì chịu rồi. Canh cái cầu nha. Đừng để nó móc nữa. Lên 3 đi cho nó dễ win nào.
Khói nè. Lựu đạn nè, né đi. Mu nè.
Thằng KZ kia bắn kia đấy. KZ piano kìa.
Đồng ý.
Móc đi. Móc đi xem nào. Ok. Ba yếu rồi. Tuyệt vời rồi. Mẹ núp lì thật.
Lựu đạn né đi. Mu nè.
Ôi giời ơi, 1C. Tú An 1C. Bắn kiểu gì nhờ, 1C kìa. Một C a.
Lựu đạn né đi.
Dính đòn rồi, dính đòn rồi.
Mu nè. Khói nè.
Hay quá. Hay lắm. Được đấy. Ui ôi, hai thằng này ăn bom.
Tốt lắm.
Lỗi rồi, ngách một. Lỗi thật sự. Ơ, bò cái gì vậy cái thằng này? Ui dồi ôi, 17 bảo sao.
Không được rồi. Lựu đạn, né đi. Mô nè. Khói nè.
Ra hộ cái. Thằng Lộc cái chết rồi đúng không? À, ngách nó này. Đã phê chưa? Phê chưa? Nó ra gỗ rồi. Nó ra nó canh gỗ rồi này. Canh gỗ rồi. Mồm 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 mồm. Chốt nào.
Lựu đạn, né đi. Mô nè. Khói nè.
Láo quen thân. Anh biết rồi. Ui. Tôi mồm rồi nhá, từ từ thôi.
Tuyệt vời. Quá đỉnh. Tuyệt vời.
Hẻm A, trừ 77 à? Ok. Thằng này mồm. Bom bên này.
Thấy bom nè. Thấy bom nè.
Chạy ra được bạn ơi. Cho xin một nút like cái nhỏ anh em. Bắn tanh thôi, lười bắn snip quá. Hôm qua tôi ngồi đây chơi một tí. Bắn Ska thích thật. Cứ ép láo mà bắn thôi.
Lựu đạn nè, né đi.
Chết ngay.
Khói nè. Quá bình thường. Giữ nguyên vị trí. Hỗ trợ. Đã đặt bom ở khu B. Mù nè. Vỡ mồm.
Còn à?
Quá bình thường.
Mít vào A. Là chiến nhá.
Khói nè. Mù nè. Lựu đạn nè, né đi. Vỡ mồm. Quá bình thường.
À!
Tạm được.
Thôi, nó bắn cọp. Thôi chính nó. Gì đây, gì đây, gì đây? Ôi giời, tôi làm 3 mạng mà vẫn còn nguyên 2. Mid đi.
Khói nè. Mù nè. Lựu đạn nè, né đi.
B có. Có kìa. B này.
Khu B. Vỡ mồm.
Toang mẹ rồi. Hay. Bắn khẩu SK mới đi anh á. Khẩu SK này bắn thích hơn chứ. SK mới là SK tên là gì? Để tí tìm xem nào.
Khói nè. Mù nè. Lựu đạn nè, né đi.
Nó mồm ấy, thằng ấy mồm ấy.
Khu A. Khu A. Khu A.
His weight is, and he goes 212 pounds, and I'm like, we're gonna fucking die because this guy doesn't know his weight. But we get on the 7-seater plane, we go to Evansville, Indiana, we land, and then we have to drive 2 hours from our hotel up into the mountains to get to this gig. There are no authority figures whatsoever there. It's just tents everywhere. It's like a carnival slash concert in the middle of
But
this
there's no
forest.
security or anything?
Nothing.
It sounds like a survivalist camp.
It really is. It's insane. And they prep us before.
Hence the name.
Yeah, and they prep us before, and they go, listen, if they don't like you, they're going to start throwing shit at you.
yeah.
Apparently, Andrew W.K., the singer, was on stage, on the main stage. We were playing in a tent for about 5,000 people, but on the main stage, Andrew W.K.'s there, and they start shooting bottle rockets at his head and hit him in the head. He left the stage because they hated him so much.
Well, it sounds like if they do like you, they throw stuff at you too, though.
That's the thing. You don't know, and there's a whole lingo that you have to know how to talk to them and how to speak and what. And I go up there and I do like 10, 15 minutes, and there's people yelling at me, but I know I can't go back at them because then the whole tent's going to turn on me. And I'm just sitting there, let them yell at me, and it's going well. I brought Beetle out, and it was insane. There was a guy sitting in the second row hitting a bong during the comedy show.
I think the moral of the story is don't do comedy in a tent.
Hey, it's Gary Delabate, Baba Booey. On Wednesday's wrap-up show, we talked about how Richard Christie, sort of hijacked the show and crowbarred in his space shuttle story that he'd emailed us all about and told me about, and none of us were interested in hearing. And then he just decided he was going to shift gears and get his story, and we discussed what that's all about.
Gary was saying how he knew exactly what was going to happen when you tried to change the subject with Howard. I mean, it took Howard about 3 seconds for him to say, I know what you're talking about. I don't care. Get out of here.
I'm not saying that I knew it was going to happen. I'm saying that too, but I'm saying as soon as Richard said, "Can I change the subject?" I knew what you were going to say because you were going to get that on the air whether we liked it or not.
Well, I guess, yeah, sorry.
No, it's okay. It doesn't bother me. You're the one who got the shit today.
I know, but how good have I been? Like, I don't even really come to your office anymore.
No, I don't mind you coming to my office. You're missing the point. And I'm not even upset about what you did today. I'm just saying, as a friend, even though it was a big thing to you, you told Howard and he didn't react to it. You told me and I didn't react to it, but you still were going to get it out there one way or the other.
Well, I mean, I thought it was really neat. I mean, it's not a huge deal that it gets on the air. I just think it was a really cool thing, and I was excited and kind of excited to explain it to people.
But it was cool enough to you for you to stop the show in mid-sentence and literally turn the direction of the show, which is a big thing to do.
Howard seemed like he was ready to go somewhere else anyway.
And you thought
But it would have to have been something like I looked out the plane and Megan Fox was on the wing blowing a dog.
Yeah, something like
that he would have gone with, I think.
Do you think you read the room wrong, Richard?
Well, apparently I definitely did, yeah.
Now, just so everybody knows what we're talking about, what are you referring to?
Okay, so this is now I get to tell it finally. That's why it finally led to me getting to tell this. So my girlfriend and I had a flight on last Friday from West Palm Beach, Florida to New York. And our flight, we were in Florida, and we were bummed out because we really wanted to see the space shuttle, and it had gotten delayed 3 times last week. And I've seen it before, but my girlfriend has never seen it. And if anybody that's ever seen the space shuttle launch live, it is one of the most breathtaking things you could ever see in your life. So we were all bummed. We're flying back to New York that we weren't going to get to see the space shuttle. So our flight gets delayed 3 hours. We finally take off about 11:30 at night from West Palm. We get about 20 minutes later up in the air, and the pilot says, if you look over to your right, the space shuttle's about to launch. And I was like, oh my God, we were freaking out. And sure enough, we turned on CNN on JetBlue, and there's the shuttle getting ready to take off. And all of a sudden, the whole sky lights up. It was just the craziest thing I think I've ever seen. And the whole plane ran to one side of the plane to see it. And I was freaking out because I thought the plane was going to tip because the whole, everybody on the plane went over to watch the space shuttle. And I happened to get it on video, and I thought it was really the neatest thing that I've probably ever seen.
Now, Gary, how did you know the details of the story?
Well, because he sent an email out. Did he not send it to guys? Did you not get it?
No, I saw it. I was just asking that question.
On Lotus Note, when you send it to guys, it means you're pretty much sending it to everybody on Lotus Note. So Richard sent an email basically recounting that story, and then he attached the video to it. I remember opening up the video and having the same feeling that Howard did. I can't really tell what's going on. I bet it was exciting. Looks like you had to be there.
Yeah, you probably did, but it's like I've had friends that I sent it to that said they got the chills watching it, like when it goes through the clouds.
Produce those friends. Really?
Okay, if my buddy in Florida is listening, call in and say that you got the chills.
Who else did you send it out to besides like the people
I
on notes
sent
here?
it to CNN. I sent it to JetBlue, and I wrote a big long nice letter to JetBlue saying how it was a magical moment, and like I was, it was cool. How often are you in a plane at midnight and you get to look out and see a shuttle launch?
It's great. I understand. I'm all about it, that it was a great experience. But I just don't know that it's worth talking about on the radio. I do understand it. Believe me, I wish I'd have seen it.
And what do you thank JetBlue for?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, what did they do?
Because it was cool that I don't know.
And did anyone care, by the way?
At that point, you should have written NASA for delaying it so you can see it.
Well, I'm thanking them on my album.
NASA?
Yeah, I've added them to my thanks list.
Well, Jason asked a good question. Did anybody get back to you?
Yeah, JetBlue wrote a really nice letter, and that's why I love them. This woman wrote a nice letter and saying, it's great that this flight delay turned into a positive thing. We really thank you for. And
we'll try to get your suitcase to you soon.
No, I mean, and I don't mind flight delays. It was because the weather was bad in New York, and I don't get mad because you can't control that stuff.
The woman must have been very happy that they didn't have to wheel you off this JetBlue flight.
Well. Right after the shuttle launched.
Oh, yeah, listen to this. Listen to this rationalization.
We were like, I didn't know if a shuttle launch puts out like air waves that can knock the plane around or whatever, but I guess we went over a storm a little while after that, and it was the worst turbulence I've ever been in my life, and I didn't know if like the atmosphere had been disturbed or what was going on. I'm not a scientist, but I just started pounding the drinks. Right. I had shots and we were freaking out. We were holding each other, me and my girlfriend. We were like, we don't know what's going to happen. So,
oh my god,
it must be scary.
It must be a nightmare to sit next to you on a plane.
Can I just get it? By the way, very quickly, I'll give you an example. I had a story from when I flew this weekend, and I'll tell it in a second, very quickly. But I told it to Howard, and he was like moderately interested in it, and then he moved ahead, and so that was that. Like in other words. I've already mentioned it to him. I wouldn't say, now that I'm on the air, hey, can I stop the show and tell you a story that I've already told you that you didn't seem that interested in?
But if, like, maybe you told him the story 3 days ago and he said, yeah, I want to get to that, but he forgot.
But he didn't say that to you. But he didn't email you back and say, I want to get to it.
But maybe he forgot to say that.
But maybe Richard forgot that he had watched it.
I'm going to tell you something right now that's really important that you need to know. When Howard doesn't respond to an email, it almost always means he saw it and doesn't want to deal with it. Yeah. But Richard's mind, if he doesn't respond, he clearly must not have seen it, because if he'd have seen it, he would have responded positively.
And everyone else should know, Richard isn't the only person who works here who likes to tell the stories of what they've done and update everybody.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying we all come in and we talk about our weekend and we talk about our day, and that's fine. I'm saying that just if you've already floated it to Howard to get it on the air, and if he hasn't responded, you crowbarred that in today.
Well, but you got to admit there are some times when he wants to be reminded of stuff. He said, "Hey, why aren't we getting to these, certain songs?"
But that's not.
You guys remind
that's what the commercial breaks are for,
right,
bro.
That's what the commercial breaks are for. And you can't tell the difference between a story that really has nothing to do with the show and one of your bits that you did. There's a big difference.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, me and Sal aren't in there in the commercial breaks anymore, so I don't know.
So tell me. Which you did, by the way. You came to me and you told me the story, and I said, okay. And I don't think he's interested.
And what did you do?
But you didn't tell me you didn't think he's interested.
You told me, and so once you told me, why did you tell me? So that I would talk to him about it, maybe remind him about it.
Yeah,
right?
and
if I didn't come back to you and say he wants to get to that story, then why would you think that he's still interested?
And also, just as a friend, I've been telling everybody about it just so they'll check out the video. I just wanted to tell you to see if you had watched the video.
And I was fine that you told me, because we're not taking up radio airtime. But so what made, again, I'm trying to say, what made you think that that story had to get on the air? That's what I'm telling you.
Well, what if it had gone the other way and Howard could have gotten really mad at Richard for not bringing it up? Like, and Howard, the shuttle story might never have come up.
Actually, in a year he'd yell at me because I never brought up this shuttle story.
Well, Richard, when you said, "Do you mind if I change the subject?" How did you think it was going to go?
Well,
how did it play out in your mind? Because I'm sure you thought it through.
You want it to go like Howard will say, "Oh, I'm glad you brought that up. I totally forgot about that email." But it didn't go like that.
On Thursday's wrap-up show, all the talk was about Howard changing